error. Okay, you're still there. Move that. There. I'm going to try again.
We are live because it does. I just got a little note right now that we're live, enjoying the hemp hive. Great. For anyone who saw us on our previous attempts, we're just using another form of technology. Thank goodness for Zoom, which we use all the time. Welcome, everyone. We won't be able to see your comments live just because we are using another platform. So if you have any questions for Sonia or myself, please pop them in the comments and we will be sure to get back to you after the live stream. Please let us know where you're tuning in from. I would love to introduce the lovely Sonia Line. She is our 500K ranked affiliate, and that is massive. For anyone who doesn't understand our ranks in the business, what that means is our team collectively, she's our team lead, created over $1 million worth of sales in 1 month alone to enable her to reach that rank. That's massive, and that says so much for this industry. So I'm really, really excited to finally have this opportunity to interview Sonia and kind of hear a little bit about her experience of her last over 4 years of being with MyDailyChoice, which is the company that owns HempWorks, for anyone who didn't know. So she's the very first Canadian ever to join MyDailyChoice. And so she was with us well before the HempWorks ever came on the platform, and she got to really see the explosion of that and reap the rewards of it. So welcome, Sonia.
Thank you.
So happy to have you here.
I'm glad that it's working this time. Third time's a charm, right?
I can hear myself and I can think straight. I was
awesome.
getting a crazy echo. Yeah, so I am really excited to just hear how you first heard out about MyDailyChoice. It's funny because Sonia is my mentor and we talk a lot over the last year. And there's some like intricacies to her story that I'm still finding out about. So I really would just kind of want to share this experience and sort of how this came to be for you. So,
awesome. Well, thank you. And you're saying I'm your mentor. I got to say that every time we talk, I learn something, and I see you as a mentor also, not just a business partner and a friend, but I learn a lot from you. And I love that we can meet anywhere we are in the world. So for people just tuning in, we won't be seeing your comments because we are live on Zoom, but we will comment below afterwards. If you've got any questions for us, any comments, feel free to share below, share this with your teams or people that might be interested. So today we are in the Hemp Hive Collective page, which is Teresa's team and below, and they're just an amazing group of people I got to meet in Vegas. And I want to say thank you for MDC for this opportunity, because I wouldn't have found all these amazing people, and this all comes to the online world and Facebook. So I found about this company 4 years ago on Facebook, and I'm a massage therapist. I work from home. This used to be my massage room. I worked in this area for about 10 years until I started having health decline. I started having pain. I started having a lot of different things that was guiding me into taking a break, into finding other areas, which I realized I could not retire at 60 something years old. The way that we were living, the lifestyle we wanted was just not possible. Both me and my husband are entrepreneurs, so we had no unemployment. We had no, if we took a vacation or we were sick, we didn't have any residual income coming in. And that was a brand new thing for me. I didn't understand what residual income is. So that might be something that interests you. I know a lot of business owners, they work very hard. They might have the money, but they might not have the time or the health to take vacations or family time. And that was my thing. So once I got online, I was actually introduced to a travel company like 5 years back, and I love traveling. I just really didn't have time for it. And like I said, if we took a week off, then you have to push everything back once you get back. And most times we would come back from wherever the nice beach is, and we'd be tired or sick, and we wouldn't make money in these weeks. So you have to double the work for you to get back. And if you're a business owner, I'm sure you understand that. And then I really love the fact that you could get started with a business for under $100, under $600, compared to having your own brick and mortar business, which is in the thousands. So I made friends online, and the company that I was with wasn't really clicking for me. There was just a few things that it wasn't right. And then I got to meet some people that I friended on Facebook, and I went out of Canada. I'm French, from New Brunswick. So I wanted to get people in the English world because I thought it would have been easier for me. It's a bigger market, and go right out of Canada. And I did found the right people, which they told me there was a brand new company started called MyDailyChoice by a 22, 23-year-old gentleman at that time. And I was invited on a hangout, which is a call just like this. And I got to meet our CEO. And when I got everybody to be excited, I was seeing all these networkers that were already experienced in this industry. And I felt kind of special being on that call. And they got all excited about the amazing pay plan. We might talk a little bit about that afterwards. But that's how I got to learn about this industry and this company. But I was open. If you would have told me this a few years before or even months before, I wouldn't have been open for it. So I was actually looking for a way to have better health. I was stuck in the pharmacy medication vicious cycles, taking 5 to 11 pills per day, not even 25 yet, and I was still feeling awful. So when I heard about health products, residual income, 85% pay plan, brand new opportunity, first Canadian that you have the chance to be, I was sold. So that's pretty much how I got to learn about it, and that's been 4 years back now.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and our pay plan really does blow away a lot of network marketers who've been in the game for a long time, myself included. I'm 35. I've been in the game since before I was 20. And awesome. Believe me, I've seen, multiple comp plans, and this one really blew me away. I mean, I made a really good chunk my first week in business, and I think that just made all the difference. And it makes all the difference for the people who are in this business who want to just continue forward and can see that can be a very lucrative opportunity. But I mean, we're in the hemp industry, we're in the legal cannabis industry, and we know this thing is going places fast. And so you got to experience that growth spurt right away. I mean, I'd love to hear about your experience when HempWorks came on the platform. Like, how did that explode your business? Like, what happened?
Just going to mute this. Sorry about that.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So for me, I knew this company was going to be something different. And when I joined, I knew and I didn't expect the growth right away. So I kept telling people 3 to 5 years, because I needed to learn about leadership, because I knew I wanted to lead a team. And not just that, I'm not a salesperson. I'm somebody that I'll give you a cheaper price, give you a deal. And I didn't really want to bother friends and family. So I needed to find a way where I could attract people. And I was just, waiting for the perfect moment and the perfect timing. And when we got started, if you've ever been in a brand new company, it can be hard, and it probably will be, especially when the name's not out, when it's brand new products, there's no proven documentation yet. So it was kind of hard. And I want to say anybody that's joining it now in 2018, you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky that the speed bumps and the foundation has been built. Because what happened is in 2017, me and the team started blowing up. We started ranking, started seeing some paychecks coming in for a lot on the team with our original products, which are the nutritional health sprays that we have. And then the month later, they launched with HempWorks. I've never expected growth like that, and we're still growing every month. So it was kind of like it went very fast. And as leaders, it kind of overwhelmed us, because we went from having a team that was consistently growing to like doubling and tripling every month. And then you're like, wow, who do I talk to? And like everybody wanted this stuff. And knowing that we are in the cannabis industry, hemp, CBD, everything is so mainstream now these days. The media is talking about it. And if you haven't heard about it, then you haven't really been online or watching the news, because it's all over the place. So it's been amazing to see this and experience it and see people coming in that get faster results now than they would have 4 years ago. So it's just been amazing. It is life-changing, not only product-wise, And I gotta say, we've got more customers than actually affiliates. So that speaks volume. When the product really works, you don't really need to go out there, and not saying you don't need to put effort, but it is a lot easier than selling something that's already out there in the market or that may not work, that people are just hyping up.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. And when you have a miracle product, something I heard recently from another network marketer who's been in the game for years and years, and got out of it because just, did very well, doesn't need to go back. But when you have this experience and it's undeniable and it's personal, it's very hard to contain how you feel. So if you, like Sonia said, if you haven't heard about it yet, you no doubt will, because just we have seen exponential growth. But with that exponential growth is because so many people are having absolutely transformational, life-changing, life-altering experiences, myself included. I know you as well, Sonia. Even before the HempWorks, the sprays took you off all your medications. We have access to some really powerful and potent tools in our toolbox here. So yeah, very, very excited to be on this journey with you. And the story that you told at our very first convention, which, how many people were at the first convention?
I think we were around 300 people.
300, and this year was 2,000. And I mean, even that is a small number. Like, we're expecting stadium size next year.
Yes.
But tell us, the story that you told there at that first convention, 2 Christmases ago. It's a very powerful story, where you were at and then now where you are now.
Yeah, and as somebody that's been a business owner and did pretty well for years, it was embarrassing for me to share that, but I think I needed to hit rock bottom for me to be able to see I don't want this. And I had a Christmas where I had no money. After a year of me trying to figure out how I was going to run this business, and I'm not saying that you're going to be a year in this business without making money. I had no mentor, no leadership. When I got started, I was pretty much on my own. My upline quit the second month. So I really, right now, what we have, I've never seen this in a network marketing company, but we do have the support. We've got training from multimillionaires and people that has done it before. And they all share that with us. But for me, I don't know if you guys know the website that's called Wish. It's very, very cheap, but it takes forever to get those products at your house if you get it. And most are like from China. And so I had to buy Christmas gifts for my son on Wish. And I was afraid of not having any gifts for Christmas. And I know it's not all about that, but I was raised with lots of gifts for Christmas. And I kind of wanted to follow the tradition. And so I ended up that year, half of the gifts didn't show up. So I ended up going like at the dollar store and getting little small things for my son. And just to say, I was stressed out. No, nothing for me or my husband. We like experience. We understand that. But when you have a young kid, you really want to see the sparkle on their face in the morning. I was even talking about going to see a movie at the theater, like a $30 night for us was not possible. I had to say no to go to restaurants with friends that year. I sacrificed all of that because I knew that I was going to make it happen somehow. And it turned out in March, April, I was still getting those Christmas gifts like months later. And I promised my son I will never, and it's not all about the money, but I don't ever want to be in a situation that I feel like that ever again. So it was hard for me to be that mom that was raised in abundance at Christmas of gifts and all of that spirit. And I couldn't offer that to my son. And then the next year, well, I'm not saying I could have bought him whatever, but I really literally could have. And I won't spoil him that way, but the choice is mine to do it now. And it's all thanks to this company and the network marketing industry. So if you are struggling right now, maybe you're looking at your credit card bills and Christmas is around the corner. Well, maybe investing in a business would be the best bet for you. That's what I would suggest, definitely, especially what we have going on, which is very affordable. And as you can tell, it doesn't only work with your wealth, but definitely can help with your health also.
Yeah, 100%. Amazing. So how many months after that moment did you find the checks really started to roll in?
Well, that Christmas, I prayed. I asked a lot of questions. I was about to quit, to be honest. I was very tired. I didn't understand what was going on. And I needed to do some self-development. I needed to really look at what I was focusing on. And then in March, I had a few local people. I actually did a presentation here, and there's 15 people that showed up. 5 of these people were customers or reps already. So I had 10 guests, and we all shared my video live, and we had about 5,000 people that watched at the same time. So that's when it started for us with the sprays. And then I have an amazing business partner that decided to join our team, which is one of our top leaders today. And then when he came in, he just blew it out of the water. So in April, so it took 4 months from December to April, and it started blowing up. And then, you know, $300 pay instead of me paying $300 in products, because we bought a lot of products for us every month because we saw the benefit from it. I bought more than I was supposed to keep my business running. And even months when I couldn't afford the business, I was finding friends, offering them deals so we can all place an order together. So there's always a way. But in that 4th month, something wonderful happened. And then the checks kept doubling every month. And then it was like, oh my God. I can say I had my first 5-figure month in October. So from April to October, I went from $300 per month to over $10,000, and we'll add a disclaimer on this video. At that first convention was the first month that I had my first 5-figure. So that was
wow. Amazing. That's so big. And I remember back when that first started to happen, I was around. I came in just a few months before that, and there was a lot of like teary posts, and I can't believe it. And yeah, it is quite the thing when this thing starts taking off. So there is some, you know, something pretty major to be said about leveraged residual income, because it's not just my efforts or not just Sonia's efforts. Like, while we own our own business, you know, and we run the show, we run our own hours, like it's up to us. Yes, you have to have that kind of mindset and be accountable to you. But it is about those people who come into your team. They could be quite deep into your organization and be creating a lot of volume for you. So that's why Sonia, even though we're, you know, a few generations apart, you know, she works with me as if she personally sponsored me. And that's just how we operate in this business, is if you're succeeding, we're all succeeding. And that's just the beautiful part of it. So I'm just so grateful for you and for this business, and to hear your story. It is so inspiring to me. I, you know, found as well that massive momentum as well. And just, it's been unlike any other business I've been in. Like I said, I've been doing this for 15 years, and this is the first time ever that I've had a full-time income coming in within my first year of being in business. You know, that's pretty huge for me. It's been very life-changing, but I would trade that all just to have access to this product. I think you can probably agree. We're not very money centric necessarily, us and our team. There are definitely teams who do promote that a lot, just because the documentation is there. There's so many people who are reaching these big numbers and big heights. But for us, it's just really about, you know, how can we serve and how can we change people's lives? So I just love that you have that heart and integrity, and that we can share with that within this team. So I'd like to end on a question just about, what's your biggest tip for success? You know, I know mindset was a really big piece. I'm sure there's a lot we could talk into around that, but if you have one thing for people to take away today, what would that be?
Well, it would be definitely your mindset and showing up and remembering your why. Just to go back with the money part, and I mentioned my first 5-figure month, I was more excited to hit that, not because of the bank account, but because of the goal I set for myself, and that was to have another baby. And my husband joked with me, and he said, when you make $10,000 per month, we can talk about it. And here I am, 20
yes.
pregnant tomorrow, because I achieved that. And that was my why. I didn't just do that just to get pregnant again, but I remembered every day, if I get to there, then this is going to be a possibility. So maybe you want to travel more, maybe you want to homeschool your kids. If you don't have kids, maybe you want to, I'm not sure what you want to do, you know, give to charities. You can do so much more when your bank account doesn't restrict you. So show up, even if you have days that you don't feel like it, and trust me, there will be days that you don't feel like it. Follow the people that actually has done it before. Don't be afraid to raise your hand if you need help, because sometimes people don't know. And if you're needing help, your upline doesn't always have the, I can't read minds. So that was one thing that I can say, because I remember when I felt helpless, if I didn't reach out to anybody, I wouldn't have anybody come to me and ask me, do you need any help? So there's so many other things I could talk about, but we both know it is the mindset. And focus a lot on customers. I had about, I think I have over 400 people I brought in this company, and more than half of them are customers, because customers will help you build the business, and we get paid as much for customers as much as affiliates. And you can actually earn free products as customers. So I think that's pretty awesome that we offer that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, thank you so much for all of that. And I agree, your why, it all comes back to your why. You need a driving force that's really strong and powerful to keep you excited and motivated and getting up in the morning. And, you know, we do a lot of personal growth and development. That's kind of one of my favorite parts about this business, is just how much we grow as people and how much we can take this out into the world and implement this into our daily lives. And I know for sure my life has changed in so many big ways just because of that. So yeah, thank you so much for touching on that, Sonia, and really appreciate your time and energy today, as always. And again, you guys, just pop all those questions in the comments if you want to connect with myself or with Sonia over the phone. We're happy to do that as well, and just give you a little bit more of an idea of what this business could look like for you. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Sonia. Have a beautiful day.
Everybody. Bye for now.